Hello, and today we'll be checking out the WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace by Webkul. And in today's video tutorial, I'll be just breaking down this particular plugin into three parts. One is the admin configuration for the plugin itself, then the vendor's end, and lastly the customer's end. So this particular video would be dedicated to the admin's configuration for the marketplace plugin itself from the admin backend panel, and we'll be going through each of the options that are available to the admin within this particular marketplace plugin. So as you know that this particular plugin was developed to switch your WooCommerce website into a multi-vendor platform that is having multiple sellers with a separate profile, and the marketplace vendors have the functionality of adding the products and managing their orders under their own account panel. Apart from that, they can basically view and edit their profile information and can view their product list and can search, edit, or delete the products from it. So we'll be taking you through the admin configuration first, and then in the second video you can check the vendors complete flow, and lastly the customers. So before we proceed to the admin backend panel, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then kindly do give it a thumbs up. So now I'll just go to the admin backend panel of my WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace by Webkul, and I'll be entering my username and password and then tapping here on the login button. And as soon as I've logged into my account, here on the side panel you can see menu option, that's the marketplace. So after you've successfully installed this particular plugin, you'll have this marketplace menu on the left hand side panel of the admin. And under that we have different sections like the marketplace, sellers, products, notifications, reviews and ratings, queries, and settings. So first of all, we'll go through the initial configuration settings that are required for this plugin after you've successfully installed it. So let's tap here on the settings option, and that will bring up four different tabs. One is the general, product options, asset visibility, and the endpoints. So we'll go through each of them one by one, and we'll see what different options are there for the admin to configure this particular multi-vendor marketplace plugin for the WooCommerce platform based marketplace store. So the very first option that we have here is the default commission basically, and from here you can enter the default commission that you want to apply there. So this would be the default commission for the sellers, and basically the commission that you've entered here would be used if the commission has not been set on the seller basis. So for example, if there is a seller S1 and his or her product is P1 and its price is $100, then so on the sale of the product P1, the seller will get $80 and the admin would get $20 as a commission. So accordingly you can set up the default commission here that would be applicable to the marketplace sellers if you have not set the what we say as the commission per seller basis. Then we have the auto approve seller option here. So here you have a checkbox that you can check to enable the auto approval of the marketplace sellers, and unchecking that would make the admin to approve each of the seller manually from the backend panel. So if checked, then the sellers would be auto approved after the registration as a seller. So for example, if the admin allows this option, then the user who will sign up in the store as a seller will convert into sellers automatically. Otherwise, the approval is required by the admin to make that particular seller a seller within the marketplace itself. Then we have this the option that's the separate seller dashboard. So if this particular option is checked, then the sellers can have a separate dashboard just like that of the admin. So as we see the admin backend panel here, accordingly the sellers would also be able to have this particular admin view for their own dashboard there. So they can have the separate seller dashboard as well. Then we have the option that's the separate seller registration. So basically if you check this option, then the sellers would be able to register themselves and can log in from a different section there. Otherwise, as in the default, if you have unchecked this, then the sellers can log in the default way there. and I'll be showing you that in the vendor flow there when we reach that section. So from here you can choose to have the separate seller registration, because if you remember in the default one, when we go to the login page there, on the left hand side we have the login for the customer there, and on the right hand side for the marketplace we have the seller login as well, or the seller registration there, and along with the customer registration as well. Now if you choose this option, then the sellers would have a different page wherein they can log in and can register themselves as well, apart from the customers. Then we have this option, that's the data delete after seller delete. So if we have chosen this option as a go, like if we have checked this option, then the data of the sellers would also get deleted along with the seller. Otherwise, if you have unchecked this option, then the data of the sellers would get assigned to the marketplace admin. All right, so if you for example, a seller is there and he basically deletes his account there, then if you have checked this option, then the seller, as soon as he deletes his data there or his account, that time the data of like the products and the other things would also be deleted. Otherwise, if you uncheck this option, then the what we say as the data of the seller would get assigned to the marketplace admin. Lastly, under the general, we have the applicable shipping methods. So from here, the admin can select the admin or seller's shipping method that is to be applicable on the cart page. So from the drop down, you can choose whether the shipping method and the shipping cost would be applicable to the products there by seller or of the admin shipping. If admin shipping is chosen for the applicable shipping methods, then the admin's shipping methods and the shipping cost would be applicable to the orders. Otherwise, seller's shipping method and the seller's cost for the shipping would be displayed to the customers at the time of checkout. Now after setting these up, you can tap here on the save changes to save your general tab configuration. Alright, I just forgot to tell you that, for example, this was for the seller shipping and the admin shipping, that I told you how it applies. Now if the order is having the products of both the admin and the sellers, then in such case the shipping will be the total of the rate for both charged by the admin and the sellers, despite the applicable shipping method selected. And kindly note that our WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace by Webkul does not work with the default WooCommerce shipping methods. Now coming to the product options, so I'll just tap here on the product options. So from here we can manage the product settings for the marketplace vendors. So the very first option that we have here is to allow the sellers to publish their products. So if this option has been checked, then the products added by the sellers would be auto approved. Otherwise, if you have unchecked this particular option here, then the product approval is required by the admin. So for example, if the seller adds a product, every time the product would be moderated by the admin if we have unchecked this. Otherwise, if you want to have it automatically, then you need to choose this as a tick one, and that would allow the sellers to publish their products without the what we say as the product approval. Then we have the allowed product types for the marketplace vendors. So from here you can choose the product types that you want to allow your marketplace sellers to add. So the chosen product types would be available for the marketplace vendors under the account panel, and they can choose from the allowed product types that the admin has chosen here. Then similarly, the admin can also choose the allowed categories for the marketplace sellers. Here the admin can choose the categories under which the marketplace sellers would be able to add their products. So for example, here we have the uncategorized accessories, clothing, decor, hoodies, music and t-shirts. So the marketplace vendors would only be able to add their products under these chosen categories. So you can remove any of the categories as well, and to add, just tap here and the list of your categories would be displayed here, and then you can choose your categories there. And lastly, tap here on the save changes button to set up the product settings for the marketplace vendors there. Now coming to the asset visibility section, I'll just tap on that. Here the admin can configure the marketplace vendor asset visibility on the profile pages. So if we have chosen this as a yes for the email, then the email would be visible on the profile page of the marketplace vendors, and the customers can see the same on the seller's profile page. Same goes for the phone number. You can allow to have this phone number be displayed or visible for the seller on their profile pages and can be accessed by the customers as well. Same goes for the address as well. The admin can choose a yes for allowing this particular option to be visible on the vendor's profile page. Otherwise, to disable it, just choose a no for that. And lastly, we have the social links, and from this drop down, the admin can enable the different social link setups that the marketplace vendors have added under their own account panel, and the social links that for which he has added the data there. Those social links would be accessible on the or would be visible on the seller's profile page and can be viewed by the customers as well. And as an example, let me show you the same on the marketplace vendor profile page. So here you can see that I have the profile page of a marketplace seller, that's the John Doe. So here you can see that the email is there, telephone number is there, the address is there, and the different social links that he has added under his account panel, those are also visible on the marketplace vendor's profile page, as you can see. And now let's go back to the settings section, and here just tap save changes to save the asset visibility. Lastly, we have the endpoints, and basically from here the marketplace admin can set up the account endpoints, and these endpoints are basically appended to your page URLs to handle specific actions on the account pages, and all of them should be unique. So for example, here you can see that we have the dashboard. So the endpoint for the dashboard, we have set it as dashboard, and when we go to that particular dashboard, we'll be able to see that particular endpoint as /dashboard, and we can set the title for the same. Same goes for the product list, then the title for the product list, and for the add product page, you can set up the add product endpoint. It depends what you want to set there, and according to that you can set up your endpoint and the title for your add product page. Same goes for the order history page. You can set up the order history endpoint, the title, and I'll just be showing you these things in the next video for the marketplace vendors, how these endpoints are visible within the URL within the address bar whenever a customer is accessing the marketplace there. Same goes for the transaction endpoints. Then we have the shipping endpoint, seller profile page endpoint, and then we have the notifications, the shop follow page, ask to admin page. Then we have the product from seller page and the recent products from the seller page. So we can set up the endpoint for that as the store, and the title for that particular page on the tab of within the browser would be set as recent products from the sellers. And lastly, you'll have to tap here in the save changes button, and that will basically set up the endpoints endpoints that are appended to the marketplace vendor your pages, and the URLs to handle the specific actions on the account pages. So that was about the initial configuration of this particular WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace web store plugin by Webkul. Now let's go through each of the other options that are there within the side panel here. So let me go to the first tab here in the marketplace. So here you can see under the marketplace, the admin can see a complete list of shop vendors that are associated with the admin's marketplace. So any of the sellers that have registered themselves within the marketplace list would be visible here to the admin. The admin can perform the bulk actions, like he can delete any of the sellers by choosing the sellers, and then from the drop down he can choose the delete button, and then he can tap here on the apply button to delete those sellers. The admin can also search the marketplace vendors by their name. So for example, if I enter Mark and then I tap here on the search seller, then you'll see that the search result would be displayed to the admin there itself. So let's cancel that out, and let's tap here on the search seller to bring the complete list once again. So from here the admin can edit, manage and delete the marketplace vendors, and can see the username, the shop name, the vendor's email address, the item count there for the products, and the status section here, where the admin can approve or disapprove the marketplace vendors. So in the configuration settings, if we set up the seller what we say as the approval of the sellers there as automatic, then the as soon as the vendors basically register on your marketplace there, they'll be directly set up as the marketplace vendors. Otherwise, the admin first needs to for the manual thing, he'll have to approve by tapping here on the respective approve button under this status column here. So for example, if we tap here on the if we check this marked door and tap here on the disapprove button, you can see that now it's the status for this particular seller is disabled, and to approve it, the admin can manually approve if the manual is set by the admin from the backend panel there. Now this was the section for the marketplace sellers that basically lists all of the marketplace shop vendors associated with your marketplace. Now coming to the sellers here, but before that, let me show you how we can manage the sellers from this section as well. So if I tap here on the edit link under the respective marketplace vendor, we'll be able to see the edit page. Similarly, if we go to the manage, then we'll be able to manage the details of the particular vendor, and from here the admin can see the username, email, the display name, shop address, the payment details, and under the orders, the admin can see the seller specific orders that have been placed within the marketplace itself. And from here the admin can also pay out to the respective seller by tapping here on the pay button under the actions column, and the admin can see the total commission and the total seller amount and the rest of the details as well for each of the orders that have been placed with the product quantity as well. From here, admin can also make the bulk actions like make a payout to the marketplace vendors whose orders have been placed successfully by choosing the sellers first, and then or the order IDs first, and then tapping here on the pay and tapping then the apply button. Similarly, the admin can also see the respective marketplace vendors transaction along with the order ID, the amount that has been sent out, the type here, the method, and the creation date as well for all of the transactions or the payouts that have been made for the marketplace vendors. So for example, if I go to the orders section here once again under sellers, and if we choose this one, and if I tap here in the pay button under the actions column, you can see that now it says paid. Now for this one, that's the product total as $75. If I go to the transaction section, so now you can see the transaction ID, the order ID, and the amount that has been paid out along with the creation date here, and the method was manual by the admin. Coming to the commission, from here the admin can set the seller specific commission. Otherwise, if the admin has not set the specific seller commission, then the settings, within the settings, we have seen how the admin can set the commission globally there for the marketplace sellers in case the commission has not been set by the admin for the respective sellers. And from here the admin can set up the commission in fixed rate. He can also see the total sales, total admin commission that has been received by the admin, and the existing commission as well. Lastly, the admin can go to the assigned category type and can remove or add the categories for each of the respective sellers there. Now coming to the product section, let's see what different options are under the products here. So basically the admin can find out all of the products that have been added by the marketplace vendors there, and his own products as well. The admin can do bulk actions by choosing the drop down here. So the admin can delete any of the products that are within the marketplace right now by choosing the trash and tapping here on the apply button. The admin can also choose the seller and can filter out that particular seller's products. So for example, if we go to the marked door and alright, I'm sorry for that. Basically from here the products can also be assigned to the marketplace vendors. Let me refresh this page once again. So here you can see that, for example, I want to assign this WordPress pennant to a marketplace seller. So I'll just choose the product. So we can do it for the multiple or in bulk as well, and then choosing the particular seller. So these three would be assigned to the seller that the admin has chosen here, and can then just tap here on the assign button and you can see that the product has been assigned successfully to that particular vendor. And here for these three products, you can see that the seller is marked O, marked O, marked O. So if I go again for these three products and for example, and then I choose it as John Doe and tap here in the assign button, now you'll be seeing that the seller would be changed here to John Doe, and John Doe. Apart from that, the admin can filter the products here, like the products that have been assigned to the marketplace sellers or the unassigned ones. So for example, if I choose it as unassigned, and then let's tap here in the filter button. So here we can see all of the products that are unassigned right now. We can also filter out the products using the respective seller. For example, if I choose Mark Doe and tap here in the filter button, you can see that this particular product is basically for the seller there. So that was about the product. If I go back to the products here, let me tap on the side panel for the products. So that was how the admin can manage the product list from here and can assign the products to the marketplace sellers. Coming to the notification section, here you can see that we have two tabs for the notification in the admin panel. One is for the orders and the other one is for the products. So for any auto approval or manual approval, here the admin can find the details like this particular pennant has been approved along with the days when it was approved. And similarly, you can see also the other products that have been approved by the admin there for the marketplace there. Now these are the notifications that the admin receives. So for the orders as well, the admin can see the complete list of the notifications for the orders there. He can also choose to filter out the orders that are right now processing by tapping here on the processing link, and then you can see that the order status has been changed to processing. Similarly, the completed can be seen or the notification for the completed ones can be checked by tapping here on the completed link here for the same. So that was about how the admin can get the notifications for the orders and the products and can check the same. Now coming to the reviews and ratings here, the admin can find the complete list of what we say as the review and the ratings for the marketplace vendors. And basically the admin can manage the feedback here under this section, under this particular section. The admin can do mass actions from the drop down here, like approve, disapprove, or delete any of the feedbacks that have been provided. So for example, if you want to let me uncheck this one, and if I tap here on the shop name for this particular vendor, then we'll be again taken back to the sellers section here. Then we can edit the particular one and can check the reviews and the ratings for the same. So let's go back to the reviews and ratings here. So the admin can also search by the summary there by entering the summary. For example, the summary was a nice store, and if I tap here and enter and tap here in the search by summary, then the particular feedbacks would be filtered out that are having the summary as nice store. And the admin can find the value rating, the price rating, the quality rating, summary, the description for the feedback there, the status of the feedback, and the creation date of the feedback as well. And apart from that, the admin can also approve any of the feedbacks that have not yet been approved, can disapprove the what we say as the feedbacks. So for example, if I tap here on the disapprove and tap here on the apply button, you can see that the feedback has been disapproved and would not be visible there now for the respective marketplace vendor's profile page there for his shop. So if I want to approve, I'll just choose approve and then tap here on the apply button, and the particular feedback would then be approved here, and you can check the details of the same under the status column here. Now coming to the section that's the queries, so I'll just tap here on the queries, and here the admin can find the complete list of queries that have been made by the marketplace vendors. So the marketplace vendors under the account panel for the marketplace can find the option ask to admin, if you remember that, and from there whatever query that they want to ask the marketplace admin, they can do, and that is basically set up here under the query list. Here the admin can do bulk actions like delete the queries from this section that have been sent by the marketplace vendors, Apart from that, the admin can see the name of the seller, date creation for the query, the subject, for example here, and the complete message for the same. So from here, the admin can make a reply back to the marketplace vendor by tapping the reply button under the actions column. And here you can see that reply to Mark Doe. The subject was from the marketplace vendor himself, and this is the query, and the admin can basically make a reply back to the marketplace vendor by entering the message and tapping here in the send button, and that would basically send the particular message, and here you can see that on the prompt the replied mail sent to the seller there. So that was about the queries section here, and coming down to the settings here, the last option that we have. So we had already gone through these initial configuration settings there. So that was much about the initial configuration settings and the rest of the marketplace options there that the marketplace admin gets on the side panel after the installation of this particular WooCommerce Multi-Vendor Marketplace by Webkul. And that is how the admin can basically configure the marketplace sellers and the different options regarding the same. And also for an in-depth configuration there with the descriptions as well, you can check the user guide that I've attached within the description below for this particular video, so as to check it out. I've also added one live demo for the same that you can access and check the different options there and check the functionality of the admin as well as vendors and as a customer as well, so you can go through that as well. And if you find this particular video helpful, then kindly do give it a thumbs up from your end. You could also check the marketplace widget configuration there, and for that you'll have to navigate to appearance and then under that to the widgets, and there you will be able to set up a list or the drop down of the categories as well. And within the sidebar you can choose the option for displaying the seller panel, as you can see, along with the marketplace seller list. And after that basically this particular seller panel would be available to the marketplace vendors, like having all the marketplace options there. That's the my profile, add product, product list, order history, manage shipping, shop followers, dashboard, change password, ask to admin, and the logout option as well. Also within the user guide you can check the different options there, like we were talking about the separate login form for the marketplace vendors. So you can tap here on the here link to check how the separate login form works. So if you tap on that and that would basically bring up that particular section. So here you can see that if a separate option is set for the vendors there, then the seller will see this particular page wherein he can enter his username and password to log into his vendor account, and can also register at the same time if it's a new vendor. So on the right hand side we'll have that register section, and lastly the vendor just needs to tap here on the register button to register his account as a marketplace vendor there. So that was much about the admin's configuration for the plugin, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the same. If you still have any questions, queries, or suggestions regarding the same, then kindly get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you can raise a ticket at webkul.uvidus.com. Apart from that, you can also get back to us via www.webkul.com/contact. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead. And in the second video I'll be showing you the workflow at the vendor's end. So once again, thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead.